All right, working on the Turbo Camaro tonight. Got the rear differential coming apart. So I've got the diff cover off, I got the fluid drained, got the brakes off and the axles out of it. Just started to inspect everything. Obviously I've still got to pull the differential itself or the spool out and check my side carrier bearings, and then I'll go ahead and pull the pinion out and check the pinion bearings. But so far, no major chunks missing, nothing crazy. I'm really surprised. I expected to have a tooth knocked off the ring or pinion. Expected to see something pretty obvious there. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I don't see anything, but man, this thing was howling like crazy. So I'm thinking it's probably got a pinion bearing that's pretty tore up. I think that'll make the most sense. Could be a side carrier bearing, but we'll wait until we get that apart to see what's going on there, because definitely had a good amount of noise. But hey, the ring's still good, the pinion's still good. At least they appear to be. Once I get it apart, we'll inspect further. I'll probably just replace them, just because I've got a lot of passes on this ring and pinion, but I'll wait to make that decision once I have it all apart and can inspect it really well. I do have the axles out here. I just drew a paint line on one spline on each axle just to make sure the splines weren't twisted, and check it with a straight edge. And no, the splines aren't twisted at all, so that is awesome. These are just Mosier 33 spline axles, and man, they've got to be probably 10 years old or so, and I don't know, 1,000 passes, probably something like that. It's pretty nuts how many passes are probably on those axles. But those still look good. I did check the outer bearings here. They still feel good. That was another thought I had, that I might have chewed up one of the C-clip eliminator bearings, but no, those feel just fine as well, so that's awesome. The noise I was hearing, the more I think about it, I really got a feeling it's going to be a pinion bearing, but we'll wait to see once we get it a little further apart. Again, just for anyone that's new to the channel, this is a 8.5 inch 10 bolt rear end, out of a like 74, 75 Camaro. So this works out pretty well. You do have to make your own torque arm bracket, and I made my own torque arm, and then I just adapted all the factory brackets over, and then added these brackets here to drop the lower control arms down further to give you more adjustability there. And I did add that brace here as well that goes across the other side, and it's got welded axle tubes and so on and so forth. But this is how I adapted the factory LT1 brakes. I just went ahead and cut this like a C for it'll slide on here, and actually the opposite direction. It'll slide on like this and just bolts into place like that, but it actually goes to that side. But so that allows you to use the LT1 rear brakes on a basically like a 70 to 81 Camaro. But I'll probably change these brakes. Probably just gonna go with something lighter. These factory rotors are pretty heavy, so that'll help drop a little bit of weight. That's one of my thoughts. But before I get ahead of myself there, I'm going to get this rear end the rest of the way apart and get it inspected, because I got a feeling we're going to be spending a little bit of money on it. But so far so good. I'm happy to see the axles aren't twisted. C-clip eliminators are still good, and nothing crazy so far, so that is awesome. But man, this thing was making a lot of noise, so I know it's got to have a pinion bearing or a side carrier bearing tore up. We will find out on the next video. I just wanted to give you guys an update for tonight and show you guys what we're working on. If you have any questions, just comment, and hopefully you guys will like and subscribe. Thanks, and keep it saucy.